Okay, this hand seems pretty good. You can get Tasha out on turn 2. And this is the new Imara, which they've made digital only, which I just find bizarre, really. Making people's favourite characters into digital only, really, it just really stings. Because what if people wanted to use Imara? In paper, you can't. It's just impossible. And they only made this digital because they could, you know. There wasn't a real reason that they needed to do this. Draft a card. I mean, they have cards like Urza's Head in Commander where you can choose random abilities, so I don't really know why they decided they had to make this digital, but there you go. When it enters battle, draft a card. Is that it? One card? I guess. Let's just have a look and see what it is. I don't really want to go for the Tasha, then they have some kind of removal. March of the Multitudes, that's got to go. Cut down. Okay. I feel kind of safe now. This would have probably been a very powerful Winkle at some point. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Kind of weak, right? Basically draws a card when it comes in. Draws a card. And we've got the cut down here, so we're going to be using the Heroic Intervention. At the same time, do I even want to kill their Imara? Because they'll just replay it. So maybe it's better to just, I don't know, do nothing. Go for the Jace, lure out some spells and effects. Make them mill some cards. We draw a card. They get a Dawn. Man, that's pretty annoying. That's actually very strong for them. If we kill and mill lots of their stuff, then the Dawn will just return loads of cards down. I forgot this was even in Arena, to be perfectly honest. Take down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that Jace is going to die here, I think, if they turn the lair online. But to be honest, they don't really have much else. So they're going to spend their entire turn killing Jace. Sure thing. Momentary setback. Then we'll spend our entire turn going for Tasha. No creatures in the graveyard, so let's uptick, and we'll keep up the cut down as well. Chances are that they might choose to make Lair of the Hydra really big. And then that would be pretty bad for us, because then the cut down wouldn't work. But we'll see. And then also the other side of the coin here is that, oh geez, the Dawn gets back everything we kill. And we only have 3 lands in our hand. So this is not very good. And to look at the top 6, reveal 2 creatures, mana value X. X is the number of creatures that can vote. Put the cards into your hand. That's crazy. So that they can get 2 3-drops or less into the hand. Why do we have so many lands as well? It's crazy. I guess Jace was definitely going to be a lifeline there. Sanguine Evangelist. It's the battlefield or dies. Oh, geez, we have to kill that now. Because it's got a battle cry. It's going to make all their stuff crazily big. Okay. It's pretty annoying. At least the bats die in combat.
Beware. I know some sickening magic.
Okay, let's see what happens. Man, that card really... of course, removal.
You got lucky, that's all.
Yep, some games are just like this. Absolutely removal heavy, and there's nothing we can do about this. Although our trigger is still there, so if they attack... They've forgotten about the Tasha triggers, which means the bats just die. Ah. What? They quit. They quit because they lost 2 bats. Really? They quit because they lost 2 bats by mistake. They had such an overwhelming presence. I guess we had maps, but I don't know about that. That was a weird quit, man. In today's video, we're looking at Lazav, Wearer of Faces. This is definitely a hyper complex deck. I'm not actually used to seeing design like this. It's pretty clever. The reason it's complex is because it's pulling it in many different directions. So you want him to attack, so he needs to be able to get in. You want him to exile cards from graveyards, so there has to be cards in the graveyard. Then he investigates, creates a clue, and then you can sack a clue to have him become a copy of a creature card, exiled with it until end of turn. So it builds up a big catalogue of creatures that it can become. It's potentially very powerful and potentially quite close to combo as well, because if you can imagine putting Ulamog in the bin really early and then Lazav attacks on turn 3, gets a clue, sacrifices the clue, become a copy of Ulamog, that's going to be pretty crazy. That's why I've included really powerful attack effects. Although saying that, by the time this attacks, it'll probably be too late for the attack trigger to go off. So you just want big stuff, really. So in hindsight, having stuff that attacks probably won't work, but it's good to have them as a threat anyway. Stuff like Ancient Silver Dragon is nice because this is a deals damage trigger, so this will work. But yeah, just be careful with these. Seascape Lever, Ulamog. We also have Ancient Brass Dragon, which is a really nice way to resurrect stuff on damage as well. The Flesh Gorger is just a really nice 7/5 lifelink to give you a bit of life when you struggle against aggro decks. And yeah, we don't have many creatures. I did kind of struggle whether to make a self-mill deck, an opponent mill deck, a dedicated mill deck. There's quite a lot of mill stuff like Teferi's Tutelage, Drowned Secrets. There's a bit of self-mill with Malcolm. Yeah, it's just very complex. You'll see in the video how well it does, but yeah, it's very complex. And it's just thanks to Rogue Warlock for suggesting this one. So thank you, Rogue Warlock. It's a very good suggestion. I don't see many people using this, and I do appreciate the complex build. So I hope you do too. This is going to require a bit of thinking, so make sure you've had a coffee before playing this. Okay, awesome. We're going to get to do some shenanigans here. Ruin Crab plus Polluted Delta. We're going to mill them. We're going to mill them out. Or are we? Probably not. The mill isn't the primary source of victory here. I think we'll get a black source. Yeah, this is a very sick hand, like Ristic Study next turn as well. Tempted to just shock myself. Seeing so many Voja decks in the queue, it's kind of crazy. Is it really the new baddie? Maybe it's just the new big baddie, right? But I feel like every set I say that. It can't be every set, surely. Can unless every set supersedes the previous one, that's just crazy. Automaton. Let's start getting Omniscience going off with Malcolm here. Psychic Corrosion. I'm not too bothered by that. I'd rather just establish more card draw and get that second black source for the Liliana would be really good. And, you know, Sunwheel's Command wouldn't be too bad either. They can now go for Voja, which is concerning. We do get to draw a card. Ancient Brass Dragon. Oof, if we get that. Oh, that's going to be so powerful when this goes off. They're going to get so many counters. God damn it. Let's go over the top. Cut down. Okay. I feel as though the Liliana is too slow now. I mean, it really hurts me to say that. It really does. The Ward 3 on that is really obnoxious as well. I think we're just going to have to take a hit and hope for something insanely good. Lazav. What do we get for cut down? Slow him down a bit. One less mana, one fewer counter. We'll see. War 3. That's crazy, isn't it? And this is all types, which means they get counters and draw cards. Changelings in this deck are ludicrously good. I don't like that it is that way, but it is, yeah. Changelings, like, give it 10 years, 20 years, you could have a 60 card 100-card commander deck, tribal, any tribe, 60 shapeshifters. And then you kind of like, you know, every deck's the same. Oh, so now we get the second black source. Damn, we really needed that Liliana earlier, but yeah. We're going to struggle now. Jeez, draw two counters on all things. It's got trample as well. How many keywords? Too many. Down to 15. So we could just be dead next turn. Unless Malcolm gives us some kind of board wipe that we desperately need. They have 1 mana up. What could it be? River's Rebuke. Oh my god. We're kind of screwed, right? Unless we bounce the queen and then bounce her minus this. Maybe we survive a little bit longer. Unless I've got protection, and then we're just dead. 15. Oh, Veil of Summer. Yeah, we're just dead. So brutal. This was from 1 attack, guys. Trample means that's going to be an ineffective block. We can block the Queen Eleanor, I guess. Can we survive? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. Maybe? No, I don't think so. They're going to get +3 on everything. So that's going to be 10. That's going to be 16. Ah, too many elves. Too many elves. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Damn, we probably would have actually come back from that pretty well if we had survived, because we would have had a rebuke in our turn. Malcolm would have gone off, which would have allowed us to go for Breach the Multiverse, which means we would have absolutely stabilized. But yeah, there we go. I guess this is the big bad wolf. It's just absurd. And I've used it. I've made this deck, and I just forget how many words are on this. Probably too many. Okay, 2 new Dimir Legends here, duking it out. I do think Atrata is slightly better, just because she requires a lot less setup. She'll just hit you and get 3 creatures, which is kind of bonkers if you think about it. Yeah, she's so strong. Whenever an assassin deals damage, just manifests basically the top card of our deck. That's crazy. So scary. They've made a Dimir aggro deck viable, which is kind of crazy. Market Connections is coming up here. That's going to be nice. They still don't have any aggression, so we can afford to just do a bit more setup until they start pushing us. Etrata and Moxhammer. I feel like they played Moxhammer kind of early, but maybe it's a threat, a veiled threat here. Let's see what's in their hand. Any kind of protection spells, maybe? Don't really know what to... I guess... the coat? Kill the Atrata before they get any protection for it. The hand is just pretty linear, to be honest, for now. And then I really hope we just get an extra land so we can start deploying our stuff. If we deploy Ashiok, we're probably going to be good if we get a land and a treasure. Atrata. There we go, there's the land. That's fantastic. Let's be greedy, drawing more things. Although... yeah, that's fine. So we still have a blocker with the Shapeshifter, so they can't just kill it with the Faceless Haven here.
I wonder if you're brave.
Nice. Ashiok showing that they're still very, very relevant card in the 1v1 anyway. Quite a lot worse in multiplayer Commander, to be honest. Planeswalkers just aren't that great in 4 players. Because there's so many people trying to kill them. Because their advantage is so great. So... they put the chart in the bin. They're trying to get that back with the Call of the Death Dweller. Fair enough. Let's just get treasure. Our life is starting to get slightly concerning, but... right. More milling, I guess. This is probably bad because they've got the call, but... We'll get rid of Jace. A bit too slow. Yeah. And I think it's... So this can exile something when it attacks. Let's go for the search. Once that flips, it'll give us a bit more mana as well. So what's their stance here? They're going to attack, exile one of our guys? Surely not. Oh, it just can't be blocked at all. Oh, okay, yeah. My apologies. I thought it just... Okay, yeah. Definitely misread that. Leveler in the bin. Coerce to kill. That's pretty strong. We're lucky they didn't steal our commander. What do we want to do? We could just go for Leveler. That's probably good. Get the Atrata out the way. Destroy that. And they could just trade here. Seems likely. Unless they want to use this for aggression. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Very complex. Yeah, I'm sad I lost the Ashiok. I didn't read. Basically, I didn't read. Can't be blocked. Okay. So the Leveler's gone, but the Atrata's gone. And that was a removal spell on a stick. Well, one stick. It goes back into the deck. She's got so much text. Now what are they going to do? Go for the Nexus? And then start making assassins, I guess. They're going to get Atrata back. Okay. And that's... Also got Flying, which is kind of annoying. Extinction Event. That's a odd and that's an even. I'm happy to keep that, actually. Let's just get treasures. We could wait. I think I'm just going to get rid of it here. Go for odds. I mean, they're going to keep hitting us for one. So I think we're going to go for the Palantir because we just need a bit more value, to be honest. Yeah, we'll keep this back as a blocker. We're definitely on the defense. Oh, okay. Removal. Are they going to just mill us? Okay, fair enough. They don't want us to get the value. So now they've got a few options. They've got 2 manlands, Maskwood Nexus. They just want to establish Atrata again. Okay. So they spend their whole turn doing that, which is fair enough. So this can now flip. That's great. A bit more mana. Ancient 1. Down to 9. This is scary. Can't attack a bottomless 8 or more permanents in your graveyard. Yeah, we're just going to keep up the Brazen Borrower. So bear in mind this says... Beginning of your upkeep, target put up mills 3, then you draw a card for each land card put in the graveyard this way. That could be good, depending on how many lands they have. I like to always leave one on the top because they think we care about this card, but in truth, I don't really care that much. And it means they just mill away useless stuff. So they've done that here. Let's just bounce it in response when they're tapped out. Okay, so I don't really know what route we're going for here. Certainly not aggro anymore. They're going to out-aggro us with this Maskwood Nexus. Really kind of hoping on something to happen with these enchantments and artifacts we have, to be honest. Trotter. All types. God damn it, that's also an assassin. Really wondering what's in their hand. Roaming throne. Oh no. So they're going to get double triggers whenever assassins hit. Okay. I don't know why Blink Moth's in here. It's not any type. Becomes more. Yeah, strange. Okay. Come on, get some land so we can draw. One. Okay, we draw one. Okay, bounce spell. That's pretty good. Cyclonic Rift. Thank goodness for that. And a Bitter Triumph. Okay. I still don't want to lose too much life here. Lazav. Triumph. What's the ward on this? Ward 2. Discard a card. Let's kill that. Discard the ancient 1. Okay. Now they're taking a lot of damage from a Palantir, so it could be that the Palantir does kill them off eventually. I want to go for a blocker. It's Death Touch. Now I'm just going to pass a turn. See what they do here. See, in this case, I don't really want to draw a land, so I do want to put them to the bottom. If they go for draw and I get a land, it's just not great. Okay, sure up. That's actually pretty nice. Gives one of our guys hexproof. That's good if they, in case they have any removal. We're at very low life. It's quite dangerous, really. Okay. +1/+1. Let's try and bouncy Triter, then give Shore Up to the Lazav. That way the Lazav can trade with the Faceless Haven. Warming Wave, that's not going to cut it either. I'm quite nervous here. I really don't want to get through this attack. Because we are really running out of resources, to be honest. We're just top decking with a Brazen Borrower in the Adventure Zone. I got worried there. I thought I passed to post blocks, but no. I did not. Down to 7. Yeah, we want to really get rid of their manlands because they're just pretty threatening. Try to again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on, lands. Give us some cards, please. Ah, oh, no lands at all. Oh, Flash Gorger. That is awesome. They might struggle to deal with this, considering it's got Ward, Pay Life, Eager to Power. If they... Okay, yeah, so if they target this in any way, they're going to lose 7, and they might even lose a bit now, so... Psychic Corrosion, let's see what they do. They're just going to give us a Psychic Corrosion. Yeah, so I guess this just says draw a card now. So what are they going to do? If they make a sack, that's going to be bad. Oh, Blood on the Snow. Nuts. Damn it. Okay. They had a way, but that does... They did kill all their stuff, so... Okay, fair enough. 56. We're quite far away from milling them as well. Roaming Throne again. 1, 2, 3. So they can choose between going for the Maskwood or... Yeah, they want to go for the Maskwood. So let's get some lands again. Please, just give us something. How few lands do people run these days? Not Roaming Throne is just going to kill us. Unless we get something. Land, land, land. Yes, we draw 3 cards. That's crazy. And then we mill them for lots. That is such a nice synergy when it actually goes off. Down, they're going to be down a fair few there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, and an Ancient Brass Dragon as well. Okay, I think we should be in good hands here. They're completely tapped out. We definitely want to go for this. Which triggers that. We'll discard a land, and we can also play the Malcolm as well. Sweet. So let's hope they don't have another Blood in the Snow. Down to 5. Things can go horribly wrong. I mean, they, at this rate, though, they will need... If they have a River's Rebuke, we die. Have we milled a River's Rebuke? We milled a Cyclonic Rift, which means they still have a Rebuke in the deck. And if they don't have a Rebuke in the deck, then, to be honest, I don't know what planet I'm from. They obviously have a Rebuke. So if they draw that, then we're dead. Just comes down to that, doesn't it, really? I can't see one in here. My PC is struggling. There's so many cards everywhere. I think Arena just gets more and more laggy as more sets are added. So there's that. All my PC is just getting worse and worse. Damn, that was really close. I mean, we're at 5. How else could they have got through us? Maybe something that tapped our guys down. But yeah, we're one combat away from losing that. Cool game. Sometimes you play a deck for 3 or 4 hours and you think, what the hell am I actually doing with my life? So this is such a tough command to use. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Rogue Warlock suggesting it, I don't think I would ever make it because it's just way too much hassle. It's like trying to make a sandwich when your arms are tied behind your back, upside down, you're on fire, your family's in a burning train, you have to save them, the world's in the crisis. There's too many factors going on. There's too many. And, you know, I really, really wanted this to work. And I think it was okay, but my God, I didn't show you all the losses because you would have been in eternal mourning. It's just, I don't know what it is about certain cards and certain people at Wizards. Are they just trolling us? Are they just taking the actual piss? There's no reason to make a card this complicated. Life's way too short for this. Look at Ulamog. Cast it, exile 2 things, indestructible, boom. I know it's 10 mana, but it's still simple design for 10 mana. This is just way too much shit going on. And I'm kind of angry at it because I feel like, why put all your eggs into one basket making stuff like Tasha OP as hell, Black Market Connections OP as hell, but then a legendary 2, like I get for balancing reasons, it's got to be low power for 2 mana. I get that. Also, have you seen Ragavan? But my point is, you play a deck like this sometimes, you think, is it me? Is it me? And no, it isn't me. I've made so many decks. I can make decks. I'm confident in that skill. It's just the combination of the algorithm putting you up against the most insane matchups. It beggars belief, to be perfectly honest. It's just an insult to us as players when they create cards like this combined with the algorithm. It's just a horrible amalgamation. It's a horrible mix. Because you could workshop this for hours, which is exactly what my channel is here for. My channel is here to experiment and explore these things so you don't have to. And I'm literally wasting my own life so you don't have to, basically. And it's soul destroying sometimes, but nevertheless, I like to experiment and explore things. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, don't craft this card. It's just way too glass cannon. If you like glass cannon, I mean, I know there's people out there that do like glass cannon, but there's stuff that it just doesn't feel worth the effort, you know. The amount of times I tried to get Ulamog in the bin and resurrect him out, you know, turn 3, turn 4, attack Swin and get some triggers, it's feasible, but it's something that's going to happen 10% of the time. Good for a deck. Does it make a deck fun? Does it make it good? That's something you have to ask yourself. And I don't think it is, but there's no other way to build this for value because otherwise your commander is a waste of space. 2 and 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly nuance to the deck. It's so complex, and it's coming from someone that's made 400 and over 420 videos, guys. I've made that on. I know that's a funny amount, but I've made a hell of a lot of videos, and it just feels like, why, you know, why are we doing this? It just makes me sad. So yeah, I do apologize, Rogue Warlock. I tried my best. It was okay. It loses a lot. It's I changed a lot of cards around. I can't really think how else to make this better. It's just the main reason is when all your cards are out on the table, forgive the pun, they can see your graveyard's packed. They can see their graveyard's packed. They're never going to let this hit for a start. They're just going to kill it. So they've got 3 toughness, dies to bolt. Yeah. But not everything's made equal. Some things have to be weak. Some things have to be good. But it's just a shame that people at Wizards don't really understand balance. You can't just make Tashas all day or Ruskos all day or Unamilks all day and think that's fine and then make stuff like this and then wonder why your sales are so poor. There's not been a great reception for this Karlov Manor set. So I have thought about it in hindsight, and it's probably because the legend, as I said in the beginning, some of the legends aren't even in the set. And people come to Ravnica for the guild leaders, and they put 5 of the guild leaders in Arena, which is digital only, which is such a sack of shit. Why would you do that? Such a stupid move. Really stupid move. And you get Lazav, which is, people liked him here, I get that, but he's so technical. People probably aren't in the mood to do this kind of deck, I mean, I do know people, I like, don't get me wrong, I like triggers, I like things to go off, but this is just too much, yeah. I'm angry, I don't like it, don't make it. You won't see this in the queue, you'll never see this in the queue, also because in the same set is a Trata, who's so pushed the 3-mana one, whenever an assassin hits, you get to manifest. That's crazy. How can you put them in the same set? It's just, it beggars belief again. It's like you've opened a sweet shop, and you're selling 2 chocolate bars, same price, essentially, same, not much in it. However, one of them is made of poo, and the other one's actually tasty. That's what they've done with this set, with this commander. What were they thinking? Anyway, support the channel, because I need it more than ever. The channel, I'd like the channel to grow, but over 3 years, it's so freaking rough, man. I make podcasts recently, try and watch those as well, try and support the channel that way. The podcasts are my biggest passion, really, because I get to talk about just all sorts of stuff, not just Magic, talk to some of my best friends. So try and support those if possible. They've got really poor views, and it's a shame because from the people that have watched them, they've told me they've really enjoyed it. And the ratio of likes is really high per view. So if it had the same views as my regular videos, it would have loads of likes. And that's great to support the channel. And you want to support the channel because you're watching this far. And if you've watched this far, you want more. And if you want more, the only way to get more is to support the channel. Otherwise, it doesn't feel attractive to continuously make videos for this channel. I don't know. I want to, but YouTube is just so mean. I think my videos are pretty damn good, but it's difficult. So support the channel. Just like and subscribe. It's so simple. So many people don't do that, and is it out of spite? I don't know. I know every creator asks. I know it's really bloody annoying to watch ads. I know it is. But what more can I say? If you like Magic, if you like me, the channel, support me. If you want to go the extra mile, you can donate via Ko-fi and Patreon. Patreon is something that I would like to rework because I feel like it's not attractive to a lot of people. Like, when you have a product and 99.9% of the people don't want to buy the product or support the channel, then it's up to me to decide how I can make it better. So I'm always trying to add more perks, but I can only give so much. But if you've been tempted to donate to the channel or add to the Patreon, tell me in the comments below what would tip it over for you, what would make you want to donate and support the channel, because YouTube alone is not enough for me to make much money. It's very, very little. It's about £100 a month, and that's for how many videos? 3, 6, 9, 12 videos a month at least. If you commission someone to make you a video, it would be like £200 just to make one. So think about that. I'm getting £100 in total for the amount of hours, and this video alone took about 3 hours or more just to get the footage. So yeah, I don't like begging, but there's no other way to do it. It's because it's just the system we live in, right? Everyone's begging. I understand that. I'm so sorry. I don't want to do it. But here's the thing. If YouTube gave me the money, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to do this. So it feels shameful having to ask for support. It does. It's not. I want to just be the creator. I want to be the creator and make the things for people to enjoy. And clearly that's in my DNA because I've been doing it for 3-ish years or so on. And I want to continue yeah, I don't want to go on for too much longer. Basically, yeah, I want to make videos. I don't want to ask people. I don't grovel this much, but it's sad to see that my channel hasn't really. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a shit channel. Who knows? It's weird because people don't tell me I'm shit. That's the thing. If the majority of people said, "Josh, your videos are shit," I would hang on my coat, give up, and whatever. But people tell me they like the channel, so I keep doing it and making more. But YouTube is a asshole, and it just promotes the wrong content. It doesn't promote the thoughtful stuff. Anyway, it's late now, and this has been a long ramble. Really has. I don't really know what I was to say. This is where I just normally go, but I guess I've spoken to people about the channel, and nobody has any answers for me. Nobody can tell me why my channel is still like this. It's to think when you make a podcast episode, it's over an hour and it's at like 150 views. It's just heartbreaking. I think that is the crux of why I'm sad. I want those videos to do well, but they just, yeah. I know people subscribe to the channel to watch gameplay. I get that completely, but surely more people would want to watch it. Anyway, I'm really annoying. Why are you still here? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, good night. Farewell. Watch another video if you fancy. Listen to me drone on about bullshit. Complain in the comments below if you want. Whatever. Just yeah. Cool. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.